having seen dog kennels around, they ranged in price. The cheapest we saw was about 700 Ghana cedis, and the most expensive in this type of size was about, let's say, 1,200 Ghana cedis. Okay, this one is pretty sturdy, really, really good, you know. Guys, welcome to Asher and Gad channel, making Africa home again, one family at a time. On site today on this lovely Sunday late afternoon, just to give you a brief site update. Before I go ahead, I want to apologize in advance. Unfortunately, we have misplaced a key component of our microphone system, which means our microphones are can no longer work. So you're gonna have to bear with us. I'll raise my voice as loud as I can today. Sitting at the back curved side of the building. The wind isn't bad today, but so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. We've ordered another set of microphones from Amazon, so hopefully they should be with us within a couple of weeks, and then we should be back to normal sound levels. Okay, so welcome. Thanks again to our Patreon and PayPal family, and for all those questions and contributions. Love for the love, always appreciated. All right, so what are we doing today? Let's talk about plumbing. Now, the plumbing is going to be finished this week. I just wanted to share with you the total labor cost, and you guys can let me know whether you think that is reasonable or not. Now, so in the master bedroom, we've installed the his and hers double basin, okay, the mirror on top, the two lights, okay, you got the cabinet towards the left hand side. I'm showing you a picture. Okay, then you've got the shower itself, which we got from Palace Home Decor. Very lovely shower combo. I think it was, the shower was about 850 Ghana cedis. Okay, then we've got the toilet itself, the towel rail, and the toilet tissue holder. I'm going through each room before I give you the total labor cost. So that's the master bedroom, double basin, mirror, lights wide, cabinet on the left hand side, shower installed, towel rail, toilet installed, and toilet holder. Master bedroom. Then we move to the other two bedrooms on the first floor. We've got, in each bedroom, we've got the toilet, we've got the basin. All right, we've got the mirror on top of the basin as well. What else do we have? Yeah, that's it really. So this is shower, the basin, and the mirror on top of the basin. Yes, that's what we have in each of those upstairs rooms. Then we go to the guest bedroom downstairs. We have a toilet fixed. We have, or to be fixed. Then we have a towel rail. We have a toilet paper holder. We have the basin as well. Oh, I also forgot the toilet paper holder in the two bedrooms upstairs, of course. Then we have the external security room, which the wooden room, where we'll be putting in a toilet. Okay, so that is the total plumbing installation for the bathrooms. Then obviously there was plumbing in the washing machine, plumbing in the dishwasher, simply because we had a plumber here and the items are here, so why not? Okay, so what else did he do? I think that's pretty much all of it. So all of that, the labor cost for all of that was 3,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, 3,000 Ghana cedis. The usual cost in dollars and pounds on your screen. Let me know what you think of that. Okay, I think was pretty reasonable, because I did get some other quotes as well, but let me know what you guys think. So currently we're talking to our metal fabricator, if you like, because we need him to install for us an area to hold our gas cylinders, and we've given him measurements to hold 2 of the large gas cylinders, because we want to always have spare, don't want to have to keep on going out back and forth. So 2 large gas cylinders in an open metal cage. It will have a roof on it, but it will be open, like open bars, if you like, and then that will connect into the pipes which we've already run in the ground and through the hole in the kitchen. Okay, and he's gonna do that for us. And also, if you look behind me, you can see just right here, okay, he's gonna put if you like, an open metal door for the generator housing. Okay, we'll have a little cover in it to prevent rain from coming in. The actual roof itself overhangs, so that gives a bit of bit of if you like, a block or from rain entering the enclosure, which is very important. You know, electric doesn't like water, as we know, but generators do need a lot of ventilation, hence the size of that generator housing. So basically, his cost for doing that metal well ventilated gate or door for the generator housing, as well as the gas cylinders enclosure to come, is a total. I'm sharing the quotation on your screen so you can see all the components he's going to use. He's using heavy duty round bars for the gas cylinder. Okay, I'm raising my voice, guys, here because he's using heavy duty metal round bars here for the gas enclosure. But I'm raising my voice a little bit, guys, because I can feel the wind. So if you find that strange, that's the reason why. Okay, so heavy duty, and that's a total cost of 2,270 Ghana cedis for the gas enclosure, as well as the front door of the generator housing. Okay, now we've also building a new house for ourselves. We can't forget our lovely puppies. Okay, now I think you saw them on a video in the past. They're now about about 8 to 9 months old. So they're growing fairly well. So we needed a housing for them as well. Now, in terms of a dog housing, let me just turn the camera so you can see the dog housing. So this is the dog housing that we purchased in East Legon. It's a really good quality dog housing compared to most that we saw, which, you know, is interesting. One thing about Ghana, as I think we've mentioned before, the country seems to love definitely love foreigners, for sure. We love everything foreign, it seems, which is not great, really. You know, we should be promoting our own as much as we can, as long as our own is delivering the quality that we need. Anyway, I digress. We found that a lot of things, if you want quality items, you can find them a lot in East Legon, ANC Mall, and the rest. So we bought this dog kennel in East Legon. Having seen dog kennels around, they ranged in price. The cheapest we saw was about 700 Ghana cedis, and the most expensive in this type of size was about, let's say, 1,200 Ghana cedis. Okay, this one is pretty sturdy, really good. You know, somebody could even sleep in it. You know, it's the wood is quality. I was told it's foreign wood, which again was a question mark for me. Oh, strange. Why can't we get the wood in Ghana and treat it and be able to do the manufacturing, whatever we need to do here in Ghana? Anyway, it is what it is. So this is treated wood, really good. Roofing sheet, very sturdy, and we bought this for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, we've raised it on blocks just because, you know, that's what we prefer to do, just to keep the wood away from the soil. You know, we haven't got termites here, but I haven't seen any termites, but you never know. So that's what we've decided to do. Okay, guys, that was the dog kennel we've purchased. Sorry, I made a mistake in the price. It was actually 1,200 Ghana cedis. Okay, so that's about 120 pounds, and whatever that is in dollars on your screen. So not particularly cheap from East Legon. So not surprising, but it is quality. And you know what I've been told from other people who we know have similar dog houses, when they bought the ones that were 700 Ghana cedis, they sort of, as the dogs grew bigger and bigger and older, you know, and about after a year they bashed the dog house apart. So, you know, we just thought, well, it's better to buy something sturdy so that it will last forever and ever, because I'm certainly not going to buy another one, not at that price anyway. Right, so just a couple of other things I wanted to follow on from the previous video we did. Not the previous one. The previous one was about air conditioning, but the one before that, where I shared the quote we have received from a quite professional gardener, I must admit. The guy really knows what he's talking about. And we had a response from a couple of you guys. Well, why don't we employ laborers and just do it ourselves? So I decided to, you know, go out there and speak to a few laborers and really just do a comparison in cost. Now, when I gave the same sort of brief to these laborers and questioned them on how many days it would take, etc., their total cost came to about 1,900 Ghana cedis to do everything we want to do on the front of the house, you know, where the black soil has been laid, you know, the planters outside, you know, all the brief that's in that video. If you haven't watched that video, please click up here or there and watch it. Okay, so us supervising them doing it, they were charging about 1,900 Ghana cedis. That's how, in terms of the day rate. The day rate is about 70 Ghana cedis. Number of days, it came to about roughly about 1,900 Ghana cedis. The professional gardener was around about 2,400 Ghana cedis. Yes, 500 Ghana cedis difference, but we have a lot to do. I got people asking me, when are you going to start consulting? When are you going to start designing our homes? When are you going to start visiting our sites? Which I do want to do, but we just need to get settled and moving first. And we've got our 9 to 5, so busy. So time is precious to us. So for that 500 cedis difference, I'd rather the professional guy just do it. And also, I don't want to cut corners, because I see a lot of people building homes in Ghana. They cut corners because they want to go for the cheapest, always the cheapest. And the cheapest is not always the right place to go. You want to evaluate every person, whether they're a tiler or electrician or whatever, to make sure they know what they're talking about. Because if they know what they're talking about, they'll save you headache in the future. For example, these laborers were talking about the gardening, that yes, we just mix the chicken droppings and the manure fertilizer in the black soil. One person can be mixing it, another person can be following behind and laying the carpet grass. And when I heard, I thought, oh yeah, okay, that's great. Let's go ahead. That will save time. But obviously, neither myself nor Gad are gardening experts. But when he spoke to the professional gardener, yeah, what he said made sense. He said, no, what you do is, you can mix the chicken droppings and the compost in the black soil, but you have to leave the black soil for about 2 weeks as a minimum, maybe even 3 weeks, so that any weeds that are in it, remember you get it from a land somewhere else, so any weeds that are in it will come out fully out. Then you can pluck all the weeds out before you start planting your plants, your trees, and your carpet grass and the rest of it, which makes perfect sense. Whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. Okay, so that's the difference. That is really the difference of using a professional who knows what they're doing, who's been doing it for a long time, rather than trying to do a DIY on it. Some aspects of the building, aspects of your building, you can definitely do it by yourself. There's certain aspects that I have done by myself and I will do by myself, but not gardening. Gardening, I definitely need a professional advice, at least for this early stage, to get us going, and then we can take over at some point. Okay, so but now let's talk about some other thoughts we've been having regarding painting and landscaping. But let's go for a little walk whilst we talk. Hopefully the wind won't disturb too much. I'll raise my voice to counter that. So currently, guys, we've got quarry dust on the compound, as you can see. All right, well, basically this is quite good if you as a temporary step, if you can't afford to do the landscape. This quarry dust is quite good because it's not muddy when it rains, because it's rained recently, and it doesn't make the building dirty as compared to the laterite that you're using to fill the land, as in the red stuff. Now, that security hut all the way down to the back of the fence wall. Okay, and we want to do that digging first. Okay, once we do that digging, then the process will be either we spread more quarry dust at the back, which doesn't have enough quarry dust at the moment, then we paint the exterior of the building, because we want to make sure that we are painting when the landscape is as clear as possible and we can't get it dirty. So for example, in this area here, we've still got the red laterite. So we're going to spread quarry dust all over here before we paint the actual exterior of the building. That is one option we have at the moment. Now, I've started to speak to some landscape, our landscape expert, let's say. Well, I was looking at, to be fair, I've been looking at tiles versus reinforced concrete. Some pictures on your screen. Tiles versus reinforced concrete versus pavement blocks. Guys, comment below, what is your preference for your landscape? Is it tiles? Is it reinforced patterned concrete? Or is it pavement blocking or pavement blocks? Now, I think that each of them has their pros and cons. I really like the reinforced concrete, I must admit. And I like it. We had it in the UK on our garden. You can get lovely patterns. I love it because it's reinforced concrete. They put the iron bars on the ground first, and then it's just concreted over. And then before the concrete dries up, they put a pattern in it, and they can put colors over it. Some examples on your screen. It can be really, really, really nice, but really, really, really nice is also really, really, really expensive. So that's kind of putting me off, really, the cost of it, the sheer cost of it. But also another issue that is putting me off of it, even though I really like it, is once you lay concrete on the landscape, that's it. Okay, that's it. If you have an issue with any pipe that's under the concrete in the ground, then then you're in trouble. You can't. You're not going to break up all that concrete, or unless you really have to, unless it's an emergency. But you don't want to do that, so that becomes a disadvantage. Similar with the tiles. However, when it comes to the pavement blocking, that is really good in terms of access and maintenance. I always talk about access and maintenance. Think about access and maintenance for future purposes, know where your pipes are, know where everything is, especially in the ground. Access and maintenance. That's why I like the pavement blocks, because with the pavement blocks, okay, you can easily remove them to access the ground underneath. That's one thing. Now, out of the three, I reckon, I haven't got the quote, but out of the three, I reckon the reinforced concrete will be the most expensive, followed by the tiles, then the pavement blocking will be at the bottom. You can get some really nice designs of pavement blocking, and I've got a picture on your screen. We are currently having thoughts about this type of design and type of color, which blends with the color we want the exterior building to be. The color of this exterior building will be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you that. You're just going to see it one day. It's going to turn up. You're going to see it progressing, and hopefully it'll be a nice surprise when you see the finalized color of our house. Okay. So back to the pavement blocking. You can easily access it. You just lift them up. They lock together, but you can easily remove them and access the ground underneath. In terms of, I guess, when it comes to weeds growing through, I think the option that is most secure against weeds coming through would be the reinforced concrete, because it's just like a building slab. Okay, then followed by the tiles, because you could get some weeds in between the tiles, the grout area, but again, not really. It's quite secure. The tiles, but the pavement block would be the lowest of those. But again, this all boils down to how well your landscape guy does the pavement blocks, because you have to lay a damp-proof membrane on the ground first, not necessarily just for damp, but really it's just to prevent the weeds from coming through. You got to lay it on the ground, lay it thick enough to make sure the weeds don't come through. Okay, so that's what we're possibly going to do. Another thing that I'm going to watch out for, and to get the pavement blocks as affordable as possible, as nice as possible, is we are going to make the blocks on site. Okay, we're going to make the blocks on site. We're not going to buy the blocks. The last time I looked at the price of pavement blocks from companies, it was about three cedis a block, and that was about 2 months ago. I won't be surprised if it's about 5 cedis a block now, because things are going up and up and up and up. So we're going to make the blocks on site, and I'm going to make sure, I'll take you guys through it. The curing process is very important. These pavement blocks are made mainly of cement and quarry dust. Okay, when you form them, the curing process is very important, because the cement, quarry dust, they love water. They need water to be watered on a regular basis, especially after it's molded, to be watered, let's say for 3 or 4 continuous days, okay, as part of the curing, as part of the hardening and strengthening process. And if you do it right, then you end up with pavement blocks that are really, really, really strong, and really, really, you get your money's worth. So we'll take you guys through that. I think we're settled on the pavement blocks. We're settled, because I know the tiles are going to be horrific in price. The reinforced concrete is going to be horrific in price. We're happy that we've got a good amount of grass at the front of the house, trees on the sides, trees outside. We've got the farm area as well, and the unoccupied plot, which is going to be a massive area. We're going to grow sweet corn, plantain suckers, all sorts, coconuts. A soursop, which is actually amazing. It's so nutritious, soursop. We're gonna grow that as well. So yeah, so that's where we are at this moment in time. We're currently looking at quotations for the painting the exterior house, and that's not cheap either. That's not cheap either. You know, you need the Andre as usual to make the house, to make the walls smooth. You need some sort of glue as well. They call it the Andre, the local name, they call it home charm. Okay, home charm. You may hear some locals call it home champ, but it's actually spelled home charm. Okay, now we'll use some of that, mix it with some local cement and some glue, and that goes on the walls before the actual paint goes on itself, which really holds it in place very, very, very securely. So I'm getting quotes for that. As usual, there's always somebody trying to take the piss. You know, I had a guy come in today, and his price, in fact, his workmanship alone for the Andre skimming of the walls and the painting was about 14,000 Ghana cedis. That's just his workmanship. Okay, the materials haven't come yet. All right. The paint hasn't come yet. That was just his workmanship, 14,000 Ghana cedis. And I had somebody else come in. His workmanship is more reasonable at 4,500 Ghana cedis. Okay, so, and a third person who's also has a workmanship around the 4,500, 5,000, sorry, around the 4,800 Ghana cedis mark. So you got two guys who are, you know, on the right sort of borderline, similar figures, and you got one who's shooting up almost 3 times the cost. So there you have it. It's always good to compare cost before you go for it. I do know that the one whose cost is astronomically higher does do a good job, because he's done one of our neighbors, and the house does look pretty good. But nonetheless, I doubt I'll go for him, simply because one on the cost, and two, I've seen the second guy who's around 4 or 5. I've seen his work, and his work is also pretty good as well. So he's probably the one we're going to go for. That means another trip to Accra to do, famous Accra to do in the baking sun, to get all those paints, which I'm sure have shot up astronomically. Guys, prices are rising high. As I said, we are in a period of hyperinflation all over the world, especially here in Ghana. And if you haven't watched our video, click up here to watch it. We are in a period of hyperinflation. You buy something today of 500 Ghana cedis, you buy it a week later, and it's 700 Ghana cedis or 650. It's just crazy. It's just mad. So, well, we move. All praises to the Most High Yehovah. We keep on going, and we thank you guys as usual for watching Asher and Gad channel. As usual, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you always be aware when we upload a new and educational video for your viewing pleasure. All right. So from Gad is Kemesia, and from me, guys, Yebeshia. See you next time.